Hello, and welcome to our channel. Here you find amazing content about the top-notch review and recap of episodes from anime cartoon series and their actual action scenes and more. His story begins as we see a band of red ogres attacking a town. The people cower in fear, and as the monsters approach, a dragon can be seen flying overhead a man. On the dragon's back, chants and hundreds of paper talismans descend onto the ogres. A talisman stops in front of each ogre, and there is a devastating chain of explosions that destroys even a part of the town. One of the ogres survive, but it gets eaten by the dragon with a single bite. We learn that this is the world's strongest exorcist, who sought to be the greatest, but his search for power led the imperial court to fear him, and in the end they betrayed him, even sending his favorite disciple to oppose him. In his final moments he wishes he was more cunning, casting his secret reincarnation spell and swearing to do things better in his next life. We then meet a boy named Sika in the middle of a magic circle. His father performs a ritual to examine his power, but none of the elemental stones light up, meaning he has no magical power, and his brother Glee mocks him for being an embarrassment. We learn that he was reborn into a new world where magic is completely different from his past spiritual arts. Despite not having any mana, he sends his great spiritual energy from his body. We see Sika as he gathers some leaves. Paper is too expensive, so he creates shikigami from the leaves instead. The leaves transform, with some turning into mice and the others into crows. His brother Goliath suddenly approaches, asking what he is up to. His brother looks down at him, threatening to hit him, but Sika's crows defend him. Their older brother Loft rushes over and chases off the crows. Noticing that Sika is unarmed, he is a little suspicious but takes Glide to get treated. We see that Sika is learning about his new world on his own. He is the son of a mistress, which gives him lower status, so he is generally ignored at home. We see him working hard as he makes his own paper and is finally able to make his paper talisman. He gets a knock at the door, and we meet a young maid named Etha, who returns his coat which his brother had thrown out. Gli Saunders in to taunt them, telling Ethan to get back to work and bragging that he'll be going to the Imperial Magic Academy. As he is bragging, their father shows up, saying they need to get back to their training before they leave. Sega asks to join them. We see Loft as he casts his spell, creating a wind blade and blasting through a large stone. Glide also shows off his magic, shooting a fireball at the target. Goliath is proud of himself and dares Sika to give it a try, believing that Sega has no power. Sika reluctantly takes the wand on one hand. He doesn't want to reveal his power too soon, but on the other hand, he decides that a show of force might deter his brother from continuing to harass him. Using his spiritual arts, he fires a blue fireball which completely destroys the target. The family is stunned at his power and the fact he cast his spell without an incantation. Glide tries to take credit, saying it was his leftover power in the wand, but their father acknowledges Sika's abilities for the first time. Sega asks if he can also study magic, but his father refuses, saying it would be pointless because there has never been a person born without magic that has become successful. However, he does give Sega a tutor, which gives him access to books, and Sika spends all of his time trying to learn more about magic, even spying on his brothers' lessons to keep up. As the years pass, Sika finally finishes his talisman. We learned that in his past he would defeat demons and capture them, sealing them in another dimension to call upon later. He believes that even in this world he would be able to summon his servants. As a test, he attempts to call on his most well-behaved demon. A door appears and a young girl emerges. Sika doesn't quite recognize her, but the girl jumps on him, overjoyed to be reunited with him. The girl is introduced as Yuki, and she suggests that her Appearance is different because his spiritual energy is lower than in the past. Seika is glad this was a success, and Yuki wonders how she can help him. Seika tells her it was just a test, and then she can't be seen by anyone else. Yuki transforms into a tiny wolf, saying she is sick of the other dimension and insists on staying with him. The next day, we see Glee as he yells at Etha for spilling water on him, but his tone changes, and he suggests that she can find a way to make it up to him. Seika comes to her rescue, saying he is business with Etha. His brother gets annoyed with him, trying to punch him, but Seika easily stops him, and his brother storms away. Hitha thanks him and ends up leading him outside, showing him an injured bunny. She wonders if they could save it, and Seika tells her to turn away. So he can focus, he takes a hair from the creature, and using his talisman, he successfully heals it. Hitha praises his talents, and Seika can see that she is also special. Ether gets nervous, but Seika can tell that she can see the spirits of animals, hearing that he can also see the spirits. He reveals she can actually see the elemental spirits, but she finds it strange that those spirits seem to actively avoid him. He asks Ifa if she can command these spirits, and she remembers one time when the wind spirits were taking her laundry, but she yelled at them, and they seemed to go away, having studied this ability in his past. Seika can see Etha's potential and offers to teach her about magic. Etha says she doesn't have them mana to use magic, but Seika tries to teach her by summoning a soul flame and telling her to banish it. She tries asking it nicely and has no luck, but she eventually loses her temper, insisting it disappear, and the flame vanishes. Although she is weak, Seika can see she will be a great ally in the future. They become friends and secretly train together. From time to time, they continue to train over the next year throughout all the seasons. On Seika's birthday, there is no celebration as usual, and his father isn't even around. He tries not to let it bother him, and surprisingly, his brothers approach him with wooden swords. Glee, as usual, reminds him of his unworthiness and tells him his only option in life is to join the army. Love clarifies and says that they want to help him learn how to fight with. If you enjoyed our review and commentary, do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Comment us on which episodes you want us to make amazing review and recap videos for you. Thank you for watching.